Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my quilt room. If you're like me, you've realized we're just almost exactly 5 months away from Christmas. So today I'm going to show you how to make placemats and coasters that you can whip these up easily and give as gifts for Christmas. What you'll need 1 yard of fabric for the top, 1 yard of fabric for the back, and then you'll need some quilt batting for the middle. Here's how you'll cut it and then how you'll layer it. Your measurements need to be 14 inches by 19 inches. And you will layer your batting on the bottom. And as you can see, there is a seam here. And I have used a product called Heat Press. This is a wonderful product, and I use it in a lot of craft projects where I need just a little extra batting. And you iron it on, and it will hold your 2 pieces of batting together securely. So you want to put your batting on the bottom, take your 14 by 19 inch piece of fabric for the back, and lay it on the batting. Take your fabric that's going to be your top and turn it facing down, wrong side down, on top of the back. Now I like to use the basting spray, and I'll usually spray at least the 4 corners of this to hold it to a little bit to my backing. It just makes it a little bit more secure when I go to stitch it, and you'll want to use your walking foot on your sewing machine. So when you've got them layered up and pinned together, I like to use a lot of pins. And the basting spray, I think, just helps to keep the fabric from crawling across the top of the batting. You will stitch, I've marked here with a friction pin, enough room to get my hand inside the placemat and turn it right side out when I'm finished sewing. So you want to start sewing, take a few stitches, and then back stitch, because it takes a little bit of time to turn your placemat inside out. You'll sew 1/4 inch all the way around your placemat till you stop here, back stitch, and then cut your threads. At this point, you will be pulling your placemat, you'll be turning it right side out. You'll want to smooth it out, iron it flat. An easy way to get all your edges really flat is to pull your top up a little bit. You can feel with your fingers inside the way the seam is going with the batting, and just run your fingernail along that seam, and then when you roll it back, it just naturally wants to lay flat, and you want it to be as flat as possible. So you will do that on all of your edges. Then you will stitch just like 1/8 inch, roll your edge together. I like to put a pin in mine, and then take a stitch just about 1/8 inch away from that opening and stitch it closed. Next, and you can probably do this with the markings that are on your machine, I sewed 1/2 inch away from the edge all the way around the placemat. Now the next thing, I measured with a ruler. I came in from that 1.5 inches, and I marked it with a friction pin all the way around the first seam. Then in the middle, I took the rectangle that it made in the middle, and I just divided it into 3 sections, drew my line on with a friction pin, and stitch down each line. And that's really all the quilting that's required. You can use this every day. You can wash it, throw it in the washing machine. You can whip up a set of these in probably an hour or 2 hours. Now with the fabric that's left over, you can cut 5-inch squares and do exactly the same thing. With my fabric, because I had these pretty horses, I fussy cut 5-inch squares, and you will follow the same process to make your coaster as you did to make your placemat. You will layer your batting on the back, put the back next, and then your top. Stitch around 1/4 inch and then turn them inside out. I stitched mine 1/2 inch away, all the way around from the outside edge, and they came out great. Again, you'll need to stitch the opening that you made closed. I had to look a little bit, the thread matches so well, to try to find where I had stitched my opening closed. And then you will have 4 placemats and 4 coasters. These are a great size, even for a very large coffee mug or a cocoa mug, and they're fun. I fell in love with this print. It had the horses on it. It's got Christmas trees and cardinals. You don't have to do anything that is Christmas related. I have fabric that has chickens on it. You might know somebody who loves farm animals and has that in their kitchen. Or you may just want to go with a floral print and a nice background fabric. But these are quick. They are very easy to make, to give to someone that you care about this Christmas. And July is not too early to get started on all your projects. Thank you for spending part of your day with me today. If you like my videos, I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.